Alright guys, today we're going to be reviewing some questions. Today is going to be linked list. We're going to reverse this. So what can we do? First of all, for linked list, we usually have something called current. So we'll just put a pointer on. Okay, let's go ahead and just write this out first. Let's go simplify the question. Let's just say this is node 1. It's going to be pointing to node 2, which is going to be pointed to node 3. Right, and usually it points to something like null. Right? So our proposal is that we could have an answer. So we actually want this to turn into, we want it to be, so we want null to be pointed to 1, which is pointed to 2, which is pointed to 3. So this is the reversal of the linked list right here. All right, this is reversed. So how can we do this? Well, first of all, we notice that null is being pointed right over here. So I would say, let's see, let's go ahead and write it again. 1 points to 2, points to 3, points to null. We could have a pointer at 1, and a pointer at 2. All we have to do is cross out this and make 2 point to 1. And then just keep on doing it. Okay, so how can we do that? We'll have one called a, well, this will be called current. And I guess number 2 could be known as previous. So my proposal is that we have something like previous is going to be equal to null. We make 1 point to previous, which is null. We'll make 1 dot next is going to be equal to current. We could make something like that. Let's go ahead and try to solve it. Okay, let's see. I think over here we're going to actually do none, and current is equal to head. Dummy is equal to current. Okay, now we just do while current. So we want, okay, so 1 is pointing, 1 is currently pointing to 2, pointing to 3, pointing to none. So while current is basically number 1 right now. Let's see if I can switch colors. Okay, this is going to be current. We want to save number 2 into something called like a bucket. We could just call this bucket. Right, so that's going to be 2. So we want 1. We want to sever this line and point that to this. So how can we do that? We could do current dot next is going to equal the previous. Okay, so now that we've done this, we sever this line, do that. We want to form a connection between 2 and 1. How can we do that? We could do previous. So we want this is previous right now. You want to do previous is equal to current. And now bucket is 2. So bucket is 2. Go to 2. So 2 dot next is You want 2 to point to current. So we want 1 to actually sever this line and go ahead and point to none. Okay. So we have bucket equals current dot next. So that's the 2. Current dot next is equal to previous. Previous is equal to current. So current is equal to bucket. So this is no longer current. We're actually, and this is no longer, this is still bucket actually, but we're going to make this current now. And we're going to go ahead and make this one. We're going to make this one previous. Then we can just run the same algorithm again, where we just reduce bucket, we take it out, we make bucket equal current dot next. Yeah, and we just keep on running this. Okay, and we just keep on running this until it hits none. So when current is equal to none. Then what do? We return the head. Return previous. Because previous will be right here. So we could just return previous. Okay, this sounds like the correct answer, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay. And we did it, okay? And that's how you solve reverse a linked list. I haven't solved this problem in a while. Like January 20 was the last time I solved it. And let's see, how did I solve it before? Okay. I'll use this instead, okay. Well, that's how I solved it.